Hello YouTube, Sergeant Fidget reporting in, and today I want to have a little discussion about events in Dead by Daylight and how people always feel that people are supposed to play a certain way when these events come up, whether it be the current Halloween event, the New Year's event, the anniversary events, whatever. They fall into the classic trap of Dead by Daylight where people have certain rules made up in their head, and then they magically expect everyone they encounter to not only know those rules, but also follow those rules. And when they don't follow those rules, people tend to get very, very angry. Now, I, for one, try to take a more chill approach, whether I'm playing Survivor or Killer when it comes to these events. For example, if I'm chasing someone as Killer and they come up to one of the rifts, hell, I even do this with just like your normal tome challenges that we get. But I especially do it even more for events. If they stop at a rift halfway through a chase, I have no problem pausing and letting them do it. And usually once they do it, they usually look at me and either give me the free hit or the free down if they're already in the injured state, as they appreciate me just letting them do their rift challenges. Now, if someone does that for you, that's great and wonderful. But the problem is that people come into this imaginary rule where everyone has to do something like that. Or they're like, it's a fun event, it's supposed to be for fun, so the killer is supposed to two-hook everyone and then let everybody go so everyone can get all of our points. And that's just not realistic. Another big complaint is that people will be like, wow, it's an event and people are camping and tunneling. Now, I believe we can all agree that getting camped and tunneled is not fun. There is a time and place for it, in my opinion, usually near the end of the game. Say there's one gen left, or hell, maybe if the killer has taken one or two chases and the survivors are so efficient that 3 or maybe even 4 gens are almost gone and the killer needs someone out of the game to get some sort of pressure back. In those instances, I understand, to the point where even when I've been playing Survivor, I've been telling my chat, I'm gonna get unhooked here, and the killer is more than likely going to try and tunnel me out. And in my opinion, they have every right to do that. That is the smart play for them. But what happens is this, like, camping and tunneling happens 365 days a year, but people get in this idea in their head that, oh, it's an event that's magically going to stop. And when it doesn't magically stop, they get angry, like, how dare you play like this during an event? I feel that people need to realize, and this goes for everyone, not just killers or survivors, people need to realize that people are not going to play the way you want to 100% of the time. Is it fantastic if someone, like, say I'm your killer and I stop and let you get your rift? Sure. Is it great if you get a killer that, say maybe it's the anniversary event, 5 cakes have been used, the killer gets 2 hooks on everyone, and then everyone leaves and everyone walks out with, 100,000 plus points? Sure, that's great and awesome. Celebrate all around. But no one is obligated to do that. And I feel that is what people constantly run into time and time again. They have this imaginary idea that everyone is obligated to do what they want, and it's just not a realistic expectation. And I feel the faster that people learn this and accept that you can't control what other people do, the less worked up you're going to get and the less shocked you're going to be when these things inevitably happen. If you tell yourself, hey, it's the Halloween event, all killers are going to stop camping and tunneling for the next 3 weeks, that's fantastic, you are just setting yourself up for a massive disappointment. I'm sure there are killers out there, maybe some people who only play killer casually, or maybe people who aren't necessarily that great at it but enjoy the role. I'm sure there's killers out there thinking, hey, it's the Halloween event. Survivors aren't going to do gens super fast because they're gonna want me to get points as long as they're getting points, and everyone's gonna be happy, and then get mad when, 5 gens are done in 4 or 5 minutes, whatever the time may be. No one owes anyone anything. When it happens, it's super great and it's super awesome. We can celebrate the event together, but there are people who just want to play the game. Some people, maybe they have busy lives. They work 5 days a week. Maybe they have family when they get home, and maybe they only have time for Dead by Daylight for 2 hours on a Friday night. They probably just want to go on the game and play like they normally would and just get some matches in without having to tiptoe and worry about what people expect them to do and what they're obligated to do. Again, I feel it's the common trap of Dead by Daylight, where people come up with these crazy expectations that everyone is magically going to follow. And when they don't, the only person you have to blame for getting mad is yourself. And that goes for both killers and survivors. I'm not trying to encourage that kind of thing. Like, I play a lot of killer, as you've seen probably on my Twitch streams or my YouTube content here. And I personally think that camping and tunneling someone out at 5 gens is incredibly boring. It's incredibly boring to play. And then for the people watching my content, I can't imagine that's fun to watch. The best part of this game, whether I'm playing survivor or killer, is the chases. I have said time and time again, a game where I have 9 really fun interactive chases, but only get a 1K, so a 9 hook 1K, is infinitely more fun than getting a 4K at anywhere from 4 to 6 hooks. The 9 hook 1K is the infinitely more fun game. But again, you can't just assume, oh, since the update, I've been getting tunneled and camped so much more. There's a new event starting today. It's going to stop. I know for a fact that no killer is gonna tunnel me today. Everyone is gonna farm with me, or everyone is just gonna 2 hook and then leave everyone alone and everyone's happy. I hate to break it to you, but if you go into a game of Dead by Daylight during an event with that sort of mindset, you only have yourself to blame when it does not go your way. In conclusion, the point I want to make is that none of these playstyles are fun. I feel like we can all agree on that. But the thing is, we can't control what other people do, and expecting people to change how they play just because an event is happening is just setting yourself up for disappointment. Let me know in the comments down below how your Halloween event has been going. Have you been getting camped and tunneled more? Is it about the same? Are you having a good time? Did you complete your rifts? And are you noticing anything more egregious in this event, maybe compared to the 6-year anniversary event that we had earlier in this year? Let me know all that in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this discussion video and would like to hear more discussion videos from me, or check out any of my content here on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.